Hi friends, good evening, good morning for some of you, of course. Wonderful weekend, and I wish you a great week. We are on a weekly forecast for the week 21st of June 2015. Well, last week was interesting, provided some opportunities. The last day was ranging and providing mostly nothing. But still, there are several things now we must pay attention to, because the market is on very high sensitivity place. At any moment it can bomb and make a very high volatility and very strong trend moves. All related to news this week should be quiet, but on Monday there is a European summit, Eurozone summit, where they will try to come to any solution around Greece, which still claim they will not be able to pay. Now, as we know, on last week, over $1 billion of euros were withdrawn from the banks by the citizens, of course, and companies. That puts a lot of pressure on the banks on Greece. ECB immediately jumped in, kind of trying to say it's okay, we are still here to support, but they just covered it, so it's pretty much around the break even. So from one hand, ECB is trying to say it's okay, the big guy, the big brother is still here to watch you out. From the other side, they say that's all we're ready to do, just not let you crash. We're not here to save you or give you any money anymore without you being able to pay back. So that's pretty much the whole story around the European zone. Now let's start go over the opportunities. Euro dollar, the star of the last period. I don't know why it's exactly the star. That's how one of the articles I call it. That's the start of the period, probably because of all the expectation to happen from it. Technically it's nothing. What we have right now on the euro dollar is just a simple triangle, or whatever it is, whatever the pattern we can call it, right? So basically break above it and we can start and say, alright, euro is ready to rally to above 116, maybe 117, 118 before it's dropping back. But, and here is a big but, with all the things might come from the Eurozone, if this trend on the 4-hour chart would be broken down, that's the one I refer to, of course, we are back to bearish, because two waves up, kind of, ugly way, but kind of, were completed. And maybe that's what's coming next. So stay aware and pay attention. After the Euro Summit, maybe we have finally a trigger to go all the way to above 116, 117 maybe. According to weekly chart, I want to remind you, we still might expect that to happen, and that means 117 and maybe even higher from here, because maybe, just maybe, we are about to get this wave not just duplicated, but this wave to be extended, then correction, and then one more push towards 130. It sounds like a story now, right? Like not possible story, impossible story, but in market all could happen. So let's see basically what the euro is planning to do. Break above these highs should bring the momentum up. I would even say break above 113.90, 114. Break down the trend on the 4-hour chart, and we are looking for sell opportunities. If it's break down, we are looking for the bottom of this triangle. If it's break up, we are looking for 116, 117, maybe even more. Euro pound, also very interesting pair, moving pretty much on same pattern, but the advantage, that's the pattern of course I refer to, but the advantage of this pair, it's kind of duplicated the two waves. So from here, one chance, two ways it might happen actually. We get one more final push towards 071.15, maybe 070.80 or so, to complete it completely. And from there, with the divergence on the 4-hour chart, we will be looking for buy opportunities. We have a trend line going through all highs. So if we manage to break it up and gain momentum from here, what we should be looking to do is, let's assume this will be the break, then we will have a convergence here between these two highs. Then we will be looking on lower time frames for this correction to happen in two waves, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, we will be looking for buy opportunities to 0.73 and then maybe again all the way to the top, which is 0.74. Stay aware and pay attention. This pair will be interesting. Now let's go to the dollar yen, the star of the last days. We've been talking about this one not once. I am still bearish in my mind, and it's probably not about to change. Only one thing we have to pay attention to: if this support will not be managed to be broken, we might from here just build a reversal pattern that might take us back to 124 or higher. Okay, so we need a support to break in order to be able to complete two waves. I am still waiting for these two waves to happen. I believe they will happen during this week, but the support must be broken. Alright, pay attention to that. It's very, very important. And the final target I'll be waiting for, of course, for this drop would be the weekly 20 EMA. Right after that, I believe if we manage to complete it, I believe from here we will be able to get some kind of a rally back to 123, which after I still think we are about to go all the way for longer run, back to 117, 116, maybe even 115. So that's pretty much the entire plan. Pound yen, same story. It reached very, very, very massive area, and it is making here one of the two possibilities. One, we have a trend line. If we manage to break it, that would be serious call to start and look for sell opportunities. If that's what's about to happen, that's what we need to see. Gaining a momentum, retracing back into waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and from there we will be looking to sell. Because from my point of view, the way I see that, okay, this big two waves up would be corrected now in kind of wave like this, something like that. So I believe we are about to retrace again somewhere to the middle of it. That means 188, 187, maybe even a bit lower. If it breaks it up, this small pattern we have, okay, and gain the momentum above 195.50, then I'm back to bullish until 197 or 200 zone, which will be psychological monster. It doesn't matter how we turn it around. This band to band with bit more move, once it complete itself and make the reversal. And remember what I said not once, we need first of all to see lower lows, lower highs. That's the pattern we need to see in order to talk about correction to start. We can on lower time frames try to go short and catch the top if we protect small stop loss. Okay, if you, let's say, risk 40, 50, 60 points in order to gain 500, it makes sense. You can risk once, twice, 3, 4 times, 5 times, then boom, you catch the move and you make all the cash plus profits back. But not everyone can deal with that, so you choose your way, how you want to trade. Okay, and that's why I say we need lower lows. So basically we need to break down here, this to be called lower lows, this already higher lower highs, and if we manage to gain the momentum, two waves up, and we will be looking for sell opportunities. Canadian yen is doing pretty much same. That's the trend line. We must have the break. We must have the break. If we do, sell rallies. If it managed to make this move, then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are looking to sell. Because the way the weekly chart looks and the way the monthly chart looks, we are very likely about to get it back to 95, maybe even 94, or maybe even all the way to start the craziness from here in duplication of these two waves. That's of course a big possibility and probability. Oops, what did I do? Press some button. Alright, so pay attention to this pair. We want to trade it, we need to get the break and sell the rallies then. That's the plan. I am only and only bearish here. Every rally should be fake, and I said it not once. Yes, we might get 101, yes, we might get 102, so what? Every new high is fake, and we should be looking only for sell opportunities. Now a few words about the other pairs. Dollar Canadian, from my point of view, should continue lower. Again, ideally we should get that duplicated down, right? So on the 1 hour chart, that's the pattern we have right now. So we have one of the two ways it's about to happen. One, we get a rally towards 123 or so, the way I've been talking about on the daily forecasts last week. Okay, and so far it looks good. Way number two, it continues down, breaks the two waves bottom, which is here, and then we will be looking to go for sells, aiming all the way to duplicate the target, which means to 120. Okay, pay attention for this pair. Very interesting opportunities. As long as we will remain below 123.60, we should be looking for sell opportunities. That's another pair. Let's see, let me check my list. Alright, New Zealand dollar, false breaks after false break after false break. I said it not once. This pair is about to find the bottom. It might be in here, it might be bit lower, like 08 on 68, 067 plus. That's very alright. What we need once to see is the pair fighting back and gaining higher highs. We have already here higher lows. We need higher highs, so we need this to see and to happen. If it managed to do that, then 1, 2, 3, 4 on lower time frames, and we buy. We buy first of all back to 072, and then all the way to the gap that must be closed later or sooner around 074.70. Stay tuned for this possible great long opportunity, which brings me back to Euro versus the New Zealandian, which also have some gap here, and it has to be closed. From my point of view, Euro New Zealandian is going to be the star. Why? Because it is exactly on the place of duplication. That's perfect sell opportunities. Divergence is here. Weekly chart band to band with bit more is here. So starting from the current place and maybe even a bit higher, which would be more than okay. We are about to get some few hundred point down move. I believe we are going back to 157 or so. That's what makes it so attractive. Break below this trend line should bring the sellers in. Pay attention, we want to be there. Pound New Zealandian, same story exactly. Wonderful, monster double move up. Divergence is here with extreme on daily, with extreme on weekly, with Bollinger Band duplication, and a monster resistance around 230. Could it still try and continue higher? Yes. But you see, everything now is under massive sell-off period, sell-off zone, and that's what's about to happen. We had two waves up, we are about to have two deep waves down. I think we are going back to 220 at least, and I actually believe we are going back to 216, which should be pretty much the retest of this broken trendline from the tops, and that's pretty much somewhere like here. So on the next several weeks we will be dealing only with sells. Could it go rallies? Yes, but from there, boom, that's what's about to happen. Stay tuned, you will see that. Now how we find interest, and now we have pretty much what I love to see the most, and I'm talking about false breaks. False break under divergence, I cannot ask for more. That's pretty strong sign. What I want to see is actually the last trend line getting broken. Okay, that's the trend line. You can of course begin it even from here, that's alright. I want to see momentum, wave down, create some lower lows, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 correction and sell. That should be wonderful opportunity. Just one suggestion: don't overexpose yourself to any of the currencies. That really unnecessary. And the OZ versus the dollar. I've been asked about this pair a lot. What do I think should happen here? Honestly, the way I see that, we should get this. Would I trade it? I am not really sure, to be honest. You can try it, of course, as long as the weekly 20 MA middle of this Bollinger holds. The risk is small, but I would first of all prefer to see that going to above 07810 or so, gaining some momentum here, then pushing down, and then I will be trying to buy again towards 079. That's possible, again, with looking for only small risk with much bigger opportunity. If that's not able to do that, I would simply not trade it. And one last thing is of course the indices. We cannot avoid them, they are so interesting. That's what we have here. That's the S&P, still fighting, still trying to do something, but still ranging. It didn't manage to break the last pattern as we wanted, but now it completed 2 waves. So what we need basically is a break below this trend line, okay, in order to start and look for sell opportunity. So this is the last kind of angle we have for this pair. If we manage to go below the trend line like this, that's what we need. Alright, then pull back in 2 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4 on lower time frames, and then we are looking to sell versus this high that is creating right now. Pay attention, and that's S&P. That's of course same everywhere. Okay, you can see the double waves everywhere. So just choose the one. S&P is probably the most, the safest one. So friends, that's all. That's basically more than enough, I believe, to start the week with. I'll see you again on Tuesday with the daily forecast. Thank you very much for finding the time and watch this video. I hope it's helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you to deal with the market and make profits on the moves coming as we build them. And I'm there for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you again for watching. Yours, Vladimir.